Okay, welcome to my archipelago SM64 hack tutorial, how to set it up, because I realized that this whole thing might actually be pretty confusing, just like this whole system that I have created might be pretty confusing to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, which is everybody besides me and like two other people. So I figured I'd create a video tutorial because I feel like that'll be the best way to explain how to set everything up. So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need simple Armips Gui, which is a program that you'll find in the description. You'll need a JSML file for the hack that you're playing, which I'll explain in a second how to get that. You'll need a legally obtained ROM of a ROM hack that you want to randomize. You'll need to have the local archipelago installed. You need to specifically have the local. You cannot generate this online because this is a custom world. Speaking of which, you're going to need the actual world file. That'll also be in the all of these downloads will be in the description. You're going to need the starcount.asm file, and you're going to need the archipelago-stardisplay here. This is not the regular star display. The regular star display does not have the archipelago support. Anyway, so we have optionally, you can also set up the Mario 64 randomizer. This is in case you want to like sorry. Optionally, you can also set up the Mario 64 randomizer by aglab and glitch. This is if you want object randomization. Though make sure to get version 1.1. You do not want version 1.2.1. Anyhow. So first we're going to need the JSML file. Actually no, first you're going to want to load up the hack that you're planning on playing. So in this case, I'm going to open up 24-hour hack. And you're going to want to make sure that both file A and B are clear. You do not want any file data in either hack or either file. And the reason why is pretty simple. The way this works is it relies on both file A and file B to work. Like, this will not work. How do I explain it? Basically, the way that this entire thing works is it relies on both file A and file B to run. So you need both of them to be empty before you do this. You probably could get away with just file A being empty, but just to be sure, or with file B being empty, but just to be sure you want both to be empty. Things will break if they aren't. Or will probably break. Anyway. So, what was it? Okay, so now we need to get a JSML file. You can either get one from here. You can see here 24-hour stuff. It's at the very top because I'm the only person who started there. You started the ROM name with a number. Or you could just open Star Display with the hack open, and it'll automatically download it, and then you can just get it from the layout folder. So I'm going to input 24-hour stuff.jsml into this website, dinvik.com/archipelago generator, again, also in the description. And hit create thingy. It might take a minute for everything to load. Yeah, okay. That's just because it needs to download all the images and all that. But now the website's open, so you can see here, basically you have a panel of things that you can select, and then you can change the requirements for them, because so the JSML file contains, so these are all the stars and stuff in the game, but the JSML file really only contains the stars that are actually in the game. So the JSML file doesn't know if there's keys, it doesn't know how many stars are required to get into Bowser, etc. So you kind of have to input all of that yourself, unfortunately. And here is one more little thing. Add a level in case it has a cannon but no stars. So the funny thing is, I'm going to add secret level 3 because in a weird, for some reason, I don't know why, or I know why, I don't know why Nintendo did this, but whenever you unlock a cannon, it actually is the first, like, it actually goes into the next level's save data slot. The problem is, for Secret of Course 3, it's the last level. And the next level is the coin, like, is the coin data for Course 1. So you can actually get the Secret 3 cannon in, like, most hacks, as long as you can get more than 128 coins in Course 1. I don't know why this is the case, but Nintendo is a weird company. So if you want, you can enable Secret 3 cannon in most hacks. And obviously, if you want a cannon to exist, you have to select that it exists. So in this case, I'm going to select exists. And it doesn't require anything because it's in Course 1. What else? There's also a cannon in Course 3 in a sec. And you can see here, now that I added that cannon, if I want to, I can add like a cannon requirement. And you'll see how that works in a second. Because unlike Secret 3 cannon, which isn't supposed to exist, there actually is a normal cannon in Course 3. And Secret 2 requires that Course 3 cannon. Secret 2 is Finland in 24-hour hack. And as well, Vanish Cap is in there, but the thing is, it doesn't know that Vanish Cap is in Secret 2. So you have to first specify that the Vanish Cap exists here. And then you have to also add the Course 3 cannon. So, because again, you need the Course 3 cannon in order to get to Secret 2, which has the Vanish Cap and the star. And if you have... So, generally the rule is, if you have a requirement here on this course, you don't need to apply it for, like, these things. So, for example, if I say Course Secret 2 requires a cannon, it doesn't also require... I don't need to also specify it here. I don't need to do this. And the reason why I don't need to do this is because it's also already specified here. And same with the cannon. Except the cannon doesn't exist, but you know. What else? If you want to change the star requirement, you put it in here. And again, not every hack has a key 1. Like this hack, only for Arc in particular, doesn't have keys 1 and 2. So I'm not going to specify that they exist. I don't know why it automatically selected them. It should not be doing that. Hopefully that's fine. So we have our little thing here. And then victory, here you're going to want to put whatever you need to beat the hack. So in this case, you need 20 stars and Vanish Cap. And actually, you should also put Bowser 1 requires Vanish Cap, and Course 4 Star 2 requires Vanish Cap. And Course 3 Star 6 requires Course 3 Cannon. Now, if you're randomizing the objects, a lot of times you won't have these individual star requirements, just because you don't know where the stars are going to be, so... I will say, if you're randomizing objects, there's a good chance of it. They're not high, but there's a decent chance that you won't be able to get every item. And there's a low but not zero chance of it being an impossible seed because of that. Just because object randomization in ROM hacks is kind of hard to balance. And also it's an old randomizer. So what was it? Oh yeah, there was a few more things I was going to change. No. I think that's it. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to select the name 24-hour hack. And now I'm going to download a JSON file. And then I'm going to put this in the same folder. But first I'm going to check to make sure that the exists thing didn't screw me over. Okay, so now I have my JSON file. And I have it in my tutorial folder. What was it? So the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to apply the Armips, or that ASM file. So we're going to go here to Simple Armips Gui. Here we're going to choose the ROM. So, and if you want to specifically make a copy of this ROM because this will modify the ROM. In this case, I'm not making a copy because this is already a copy, but in your case, you're probably going to want to make a copy. And this basically applies a bunch of patches that are just needed for this to function at all. And it's why I need to use file 2. The back end is a bit complicated. So now we're going to want to put this 24-hour hack.json, or whatever your hack name is. You're going to want to put this at the inside of the archipelago program. What's it called? Inside of the archipelago folder. And you're going to want to put the AP world also inside of the archipelago folder, but inside of the custom worlds area. And so this is how you actually like load it. Inside your players, you should see a template, or I'll give you a template. Or you can just generate it on your own, but so here we're gonna go here. If you want progressive key, in this case it doesn't matter because it's 24-hour hack that has no keys. But if you want to, you can make your keys progressive. This is useful if you're playing a hack where all the key 2 doors are inside of any place that requires key 1. Like if, for example, in Star Road, for example, like the key 2 door is inside of the key 1 door. Like you need to go through the key 1 door in order to access the key 2 door. So it's a good idea to enable progressive keys. That way you don't need to, because basically the way progressive keys works is if you find one key, it unlocks key 1, and then the second key you find is key 2. Whereas normally, if you have it false here, there are certain hacks where you want it false, where like key 2 doors aren't necessarily locked behind key 1, like in vanilla. And if you have it false like it is here, they will be separate. Besides that, here's the JSON file. So you're gonna want to choose the same. You're gonna want to choose the name of the JSON here that you generated earlier. So here, I'm gonna do 24-hour hack.json. What else? So now I'm gonna go over to the Archipelago launcher. And I'm going to hit generate. So we should have this archipelago archipelago world here. So yeah, we're gonna go here to the archipelago.gg, host a pre-generated game on the website, and this is, funnily enough, this is the wrong folder. That was the folder for the dev archipelago thingy that I've been creating, but here we're going to want to go here, open this. I'm going to create a new room. And if you look in the multi-world tracker, you'll see there's 28 checks. That's because there's 2 cannons, 1 cap, and the rest are 25 stars. So this has loaded correctly. Sorry about the black screen there. I had to reopen Project 64. What else was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So if you want to, now is the time to run the Mario 64 randomizer. And I'll give a few tips because this program is very confusing to use. Disable these 3 things. These 3 things are broken. Warp's music and Mario's clothes are completely broken. The only thing that works is objects. And another tip, disable any Bowser battles and overworlds. That way, usually you aren't screwed if things get randomized in a weird way, or super screwed rather. There's some other things that you have to be careful with. Like, I know a lot of old Brodoot hacks, like Star Revenge 7 and Star Revenge 8, have 2 separate areas. Like, there's a sub area in the level, but the sub area is actually in the same area as the main area. and that can break some things if you don't unrandomize them. And this is the reason why you want 1.1, because in 1.2.1 you can't disable levels to randomize. What else? Yeah, this program's pretty old. One day I'm thinking of making a replacement, but it's the only randomizer for SM64 that actually works with ROM hacks, so yeah, you kind of have to use it. But I'm not going to run that this time, just for a proof of concept, and you don't need to run it. That's just if you want the objects shuffled around. What else? So here we're going to open up archipelago-stardisplay. And make sure to open this and not the normal star display, obviously. And you'll notice pretty quickly. So again, I'm going to open the ROM. Again, we applied the patch earlier, so you make sure to do this after you apply the patch. And sorry for no audio. I tried to set up audio earlier and then I screwed up. Game audio, I mean. So here, once we're in game, we're going to go right-click Archipelago. Put the server information, so in this case, archipelago.gg and 63127. Delete the password unless you have a password for your world, but that would be weird. And then slot, I'm going to do player 1 since that's the default slot name. And I'm going to log in, and you can see we're in. You can tell you're in because you can see all the items you've gotten. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure it all works. I'm going to go to course 1, which is over here. I mean, I made this hack. I know where my freaking levels are. And I'm just going to grab this star down here, and it should give me something. Ooh, it gave me the course 3 cannon. That's neat. You can see I didn't get a star for grabbing that star because I got a cannon instead. And that was actually not predetermined. I'm surprised there's anybody that it actually gave me that. If you give me a second, I'm going to... Oh, one other thing I should mention. So, in hacks of troll stars, they will unlock... If you get a troll star... Like, for example, Knight of Doom. If you get a Troll Star in Knight of Doom, it unlocks the cannon for the previous level. So if you get a Troll Star in, say, Course 2, you'll unlock the cannon in Course 1. And it's in the order that these are in by default. Of course, if you have to add a cannon, it does add it at the end, which is kind of weird. But, like, normally by default, all of these rows are in the order that the levels normally are in, except one specific thing. Overworld is at the beginning of everything. So for example, if you have a Troll Star in Course 1, it will give you the cannon for the Overworld. If you want to randomize that. You might not want to. Up to your choice. Because really, you don't really get anything for getting the cannons, because again, the cannons don't actually exist. It's just the Troll Stars setting the flag for some reason. I got a star for that star, actually, for once. I guess I'll show you one more thing, and that's the Secret 3. I'm going to show you the Secret 3 working. The Secret 3 cannon, rather, working from getting 128 coins in Course 1. But I'll skip past to that because that'll take a while. So, anyway... I don't know my own hack because there's not 128 coins in this level, so I had to use a cheat. But anyway, just a proof of concept. I do want to show you what happens now if I get the 100. So first of all, you may notice that I'll actually show the thing up here. I don't have in the tracker. I don't actually have the Secret 3 cannon. And that's because in order for it to actually save, you actually need to get a star, because this is for the coin count. I think you need to get a star and then hit save, and it should give it. kind of. It'll take a minute to update because it's a little weird. It usually updates quicker if I click open log file. Yeah, you can see here. I sent the Secret 3 cannon. Even though Secret 3 doesn't exist in this hack. And that's just because of the weirdness of how this game works. Because this game is beautiful. If you're wondering why the Secret 3 cannon even exists at all, then it's because there's some hacks that actually use it, and by some hacks I mean 4.5. Sorry, everyone's 4.5. What was it? Oh yeah, I did want to say one other thing. There's a lot of hacks where you don't, because sure, Bowser 1 is very descriptive sometimes, but Secret 2, where the hell is Secret 2? What is Secret 2? Well, I'll show you. Obviously, in this hack, it has to be Finland because, well, Bowser 1 is obviously this one. But let's assume we're playing a different hack where, I don't know, there's like 3 different secret stages or whatever, or even 6. Some hacks have more because they get rid of the cap stages. So, I'm going to warp to Finland. Oh, it's going to give me coins because yeah. So I'm going to warp to Finland, and I'm going to click it, warp to level, and this will say I'm in aquarium. So this is the course list is based on the course list in Star Display. So you can whenever you go to a level and then you right click and click game edit warp to level, it'll tell you which level you're in. So in this case it's aquarium, and so Secret 1 is rainbow, Secret 2 is aquarium, and Secret 3 is the end. Which is an actual level. I'm not joking. The end is normally the end cake screen, but for some reason you can get 7 stars in it. I don't know why. Ask the designers, ask Nintendo. But because of that, all the overworlds are considered the same, and the Bowsers and the fights are considered the same, but for some reason end is like actually its own thing. So yeah, if you're ever confused which one is Secret 1, which one is Secret 2, just go in here and go warp to the level and then, or go in the level and then find which one it is in this order. Okay, I think that's everything. Feel free to message me if you're confused about anything. I hope I did my best to explain everything, but it's a complicated system. And I think that's everything.